Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Ruthless Rain here, and we have another PSA submission we're going to be putting through. This one's 15 cards. So the way what's happened is that I have a PSA Collectors Club membership, which enables me to get cheaper grades on bulk submissions over 50 cards, and basically that's expired. So I renewed that, and by renewing it, I actually get a 15 card voucher for grading. So I've used that, and I'm sending in 15 cards. So I have my 15 cards here. I've kind of picked the best of the best, mainly because, well, I know my next submission will be, 50 cards or more, and that may not be for another 6 months or so, because it takes time to accumulate high quality cards at a reasonable cost. So I've decided to put this 15 card submission in to keep things going, and honestly I can't just wait to see what these cards grades are. To start it off, we have Dragonite. Absolutely fantastic card. This was a card that actually got a 9 originally. What do you guys think of the condition of this card? This got a 9, and I'm kind of thinking, well, that seems a bit rough to me. I might give it another go for a 10. If it got a 9, that's fine, but it's just such a cool card, and I really want it in a 10, so I'm giving another go. I don't often do resubmissions, but on that one I am. This is a card I picked up not that long ago. Quite a nice card. Maybe there's a bit of a scratch mark there. Can you guys see that just there? Could be a scratch mark actually, but anyway, still cool to have. A Gengar Holo First Edition. Beautiful card, number 5 of the Fossil series. Very cool. Lovely card. Next we have a Zapdos. Zapdos First Edition Holo. Very cool card. This Zapdos, it was also another resubmission, the one of just another 2 I'm doing. Both Fossil with the Dragonite. Very cool card. I've always loved Zapdos, my favourite legendary birds, and I think this card's in really nice condition. What do you guys think? I mean, you couldn't really expect much more than that. It's very nice. And coming up, this card in itself is just like crazy. This is the best card of the set. A Magneton base set First Edition Holo. Wow, I actually can't believe I still managed to get this. It's in really nice condition. If you guys have a look, as you can see, maybe the tiniest bit of whitening there, but it's so minuscule. Probably a 9. If I got a 9, I'd be really happy. We'll see how we go. I've never submitted a First Edition base set Holo, so just to submit one is amazing. Next up we have Eradicate. Also really good condition, probably maybe a 9 this one, but I really like base set First Edition cards if you didn't notice, and I think they're just so good to pick up. Side little bit of trivia, I've never seen a card with a question mark over the damage. That is because Super Fang does damage depending on what you, the defending Pokemon's remaining HP is, so yeah, just something a bit different. Next up we have a Metapod. Very cool card. I actually like this card. I think it's actually a grey stamp. You see how this is a little bit lighter than the normal black First Edition. Metapod number 54. This card is actually in very nice condition. I would be very surprised if that didn't get a 10, and I do want that for the Master Series. Coming up next we have Blaine's Moltres. Very hard card to get in a 10, and that being said, I do expect a 9. I know that it sounds bad to expect a 9, but sometimes you just kind of gotta be realistic. It's such a cool card. The first card to ever have a 5 card energy requirement for the skill to be used, being Phoenix Flame. 5 fire energy cards. Look at that swirl where my finger's just pointing out. It has such a beautiful swirl in the holo. Quite a good condition card. You see that tiny bit of damage there? I mean, just like if that was what made it a 9, well, that's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Erica's Dragonair. Here we go. Another card I really like, which I haven't got in a 10 yet. This one's in quite good condition. My only concern on this card would maybe be the centering. Maybe I'm just being picky, but it looks like the bottom of the card is just a tiny bit bigger than the top centering here. Maybe it's just me. Very cool card though. Very happy to add that in. A card I've never had before. Got this about 6 months ago from A1 Comics on eBay. Quite a good store. A beautiful Rocket Scyther. Lovely holo here. Beautiful holo. That pattern is fantastic. Really nice condition as well. Probably a 9 or a 10. We'll see how we go. Speaking of nice green cards, we have a Koga's Beedrill of the Gym Challenge. This card has been just escaping my grasp in a PSA 10, and I'm hoping this one is a potential candidate. It's very nice, but this card has been quite hard for me to get in 10, so I'm just seeing how it goes. Sabrina's Alakazam, another card, number 16 of the Gym Challenge. Quite a cool card actually. I like the artwork, a bit different being the purple, and the artwork is kind of conjuring like a storm in the clouds or something. It's actually quite interesting to see in real life when you can really look at it. But very cool card. We'll see how it goes. Well, it wouldn't be a proper PSA return without a Charizard in it, would it? This is the base set 2 Charizard, but that is still quite an impressive card, and quite a valuable card now too. You can see the holo is fantastic on this card. Centering's quite good. Probably the only problem with this card is it has this tiny nick just here. What do you guys think? Do you think that's enough to put it down to 9? Potentially, but still, what a card. Just so fantastic, and that pure nostalgia every time you see that. We have a Azumarill from Neo Genesis. This is my first ever Neo Genesis card. I picked this up just because, to be perfectly honest, he just looks like a little cutie. He's just having fun there, and it's also really nice condition, and it's first edition, and it's a holo. I mean, you can't go wrong. So I'd be really interested to see my first Neo Genesis card goes, and yeah, quite a cool card. 2 to go. Pre-release. Now this is an interesting one. We have a Milotic pre-release, and this is actually not. It's on the PSA database as in the population, but there's no, as in it's a card that's recognized, but there is no like data for any cards that have been graded of it. So basically, it's a population of 0, like, and that's not in PSA 10. That's again, it's every grade. So that makes it quite unique. It kind of stood out to me when I was going through some pre-release cards. I've just been getting into pre-release cards. I think they're cool. They capture an era and a little time capsule in that time when the pre-release cards came out before the sets. Quantity of most of the cards is, you know, limited, if not, basically limited. And yeah, when I saw this one come up, I'm like, gee, that's a cool card. Plus, it's got a cool pre-release stamp. Plus, it doesn't have any PSA, recordings. I'm like, I'm going to grade this one. And I don't like to go on about my own cards, but it's actually really nice condition. Plus, it's not a holo, so you don't have to worry about holo scratching, which is always a bonus. So let's see how we go on the first ever, unless someone gets in before me in the next week, the first ever Milotic pre-release card graded. Let's see how it goes. Last but not least, this was just a card I picked up actually through Instagram. I don't buy many cards on Instagram, but I buy low value cards on Instagram just because, you know, the risk isn't that bad. It's just a cool little Dratini. He's got the X-Team Rocket stamp, and yeah, he's just looking cool. It's got a bit of a holo in there. I think it's population 1 at the moment in PSA 10, so I'm hoping to make that population 2. There's no crazy story to this. I got it on Instagram. I was like, that is a cool, unique card. So yeah, that is the submission, guys. Thank you for checking it out. There's a lot of cards in here, and obviously the Magneton comes out as the craziest of what, you know, we'll be going through. Very excited. Thank you for tuning in. So that's 15 cards. I'll be sending this out tomorrow. It's hard to say. PSA's return rate's actually been pretty good recently, so it might come back a bit quicker than the other ones, but maybe, I'm guessing, about 3 weeks. And yeah, tune in for the results. It's going to be very exciting. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Take it easy. Don't forget, I actually have a giveaway going at the moment. Please check my previous video for all the details, but I'm basically giving away some blisters, booster packs and cards for free. There's no strings attached. It's just about subscribing if you're on YouTube, or following me if you're on Instagram. And if you enter on both, you get 2 entries. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Fingers crossed for this submission. It is an absolute gem. That Magneton, I can't stop looking at it. If that gets a 9, I'll be stoked. And yeah, no matter what, there's so many cool cards in here. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. See ya.